Good evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team, tracking showers that are moving into our area right now in northwest Georgia. They're pushing into the metro Atlanta area, pretty much moving into the city of Atlanta even as we speak. Now, this isn't a severe weather event or anything, but this is the most significant rain that we have had here in about 7 weeks, and that's since Helene. Now, this is going to be nothing like the rain that we had with Helene, but we could see around an inch of rain moving in between now and early tomorrow. This is going to be the main time frame that we're watching right now through the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. A few of these showers lingering around to around lunchtime, and then everything starts to move to the east after lunch, with still the clouds a little slow to break into the afternoon. So right here, you can see on radar what we're watching with these showers covering northwest Georgia, moving into the metro Atlanta area. Here is how it looks in motion. This is a 2-hour loop that shows that rain that was coming in from Alabama through northwest Georgia. What you're seeing right here in northwest Georgia with the yellows and oranges and even some reds with that is some more moderate and even a little bit of heavy rain that is pushing through those areas right now, moving up toward the north and east. Most of this around Atlanta and just to the west of us is light rain to start off with, but there are a couple of pockets there of some yellow and oranges that you see right here. This south of Union City over near parts of the Fayette County and Clayton County line. Also moving up toward Atlanta, just a couple of those lighter showers here. And then over into West Georgia, that's the area where we're seeing a couple of more of those pockets of the more moderate rain that's moving in. On the south side, not as much going on. We have a few of those lighter showers there over toward the Noonan area. Here's a look, and I'm going to zoom in even a little bit tighter here at some of that band of heavier rain that we're watching. I'm going to put this into live mode, and you'll see here what we're watching with those showers that are pushing on through. That heaviest rain from Rome up toward Gordon County near the Calhoun area, pushing up from Whitfield County into Murray County, and then that is now moving into parts of Fannin County and also Gilmer County. And then, of course, near Calhoun, as I mentioned, some of that more moderate rain is pushing through there as well. And as we widen out a little bit more, you can see back into Alabama and Mississippi, even more of that rain is going to feed in, with some of the heavier rain in western parts of Alabama moving over into those spots in Mississippi. And over there, we even have some lightning. Now, as I mentioned, nothing is severe with this. This is really west of Birmingham over toward Columbus, Mississippi, down toward Jackson, closer to Meridian, Mississippi, where we have that band of rain that's moving through that does have some thunder and lightning, but again, not classified as severe weather. It is not out of the question that overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, we could have some rumbles of thunder or flashes of lightning, but I really think this is going to be mainly a rain event moving our way. We have a wedge of cooler air sitting on top of us. That is that northeast wind that comes in that gives us some cooler air at the surface. This rain rides up and over that, and we're just going to have a pretty much rather soggy night tonight and a soggy drive into work early tomorrow morning. I want you to plan on wet roads for your drive to work in the morning. This is a live look right now in Rome with our tower cam there in northwest Georgia. Not only are those roads wet, but you can see here from the lights there and some of the raindrops that are coming down at a pretty good pace there. This is more moderate, even a little bit of heavy rain that's coming in there in the Rome area in northwest Georgia. This is to the south of us, south and west in Coweta County, near the Noonan area, where you can see some raindrops on the lens. This is a little more light rain that's coming in. You still see the breezes that we're watching. It has been rather breezy during the day today with that easterly wind that was developing here, and that's what kept us in the 60s for a high temperature today. Yesterday's high was 77. Today's high, 66 degrees, so much cooler thanks to that easterly flow. This is a live view at Hartsfield Jackson. Runways and taxiways are looking pretty dry right now, but our radar was showing a little bit of green approaching Hartsfield Jackson, so I assume we're going to see a little bit of that light rain that's going to be moving in there. No delays right now at Hartsfield. You can see there at the top of your screen, things are working pretty well. We will be watching, though, for tonight and especially into tomorrow as to whether or not we could see some delays there. Again, not because of anything severe, but just some rain, maybe some lower visibilities at times. So this is what what we're watching really from now until about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That is the time frame when we're going to see the better concentration of rain that'll be moving through, and also the highest intensity of the rain, with more of those light showers mixing in with a moderate rain as well as some of that heavy rain. So there will be some of those showers that are heavier than the others. I really want you to be careful as you're driving out there tonight or overnight or in the early morning hours. The thing that we need to be aware of, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, this is the most significant rain that we've had in about 7 weeks. Now, we've had a couple of periods where we've had a trace of rain here and there. There have been some other times where we've had a little bit, like just a few hundredths of an inch of rain. So what happens is we get a lot of oil and grease building up on the roads. And as the first wave of rain comes in, that water mixes with those oils on the roads, as well as any leaves that are on the roads too. And that makes for some slick conditions. So be careful tonight, right now, especially west of us and north of us where that rain's coming down, and then overnight in Metro Atlanta, in the morning in Metro Atlanta. Plan ahead to wake up a little bit earlier on your Thursday morning to maybe leave for work a little bit earlier, because it's going to be a rather soggy commute. And you know how these rush hours are. When you add a little water to them, they're going to be a lot longer. So here is a look at what we're watching over the next 12 hours. We have that rain that's moving in now. Excuse me. Temperatures are in the 50s at this hour, but they're going to be dropping into the lower 50s once that rain-cooled air moves in here. It's going to help cool the atmosphere a little bit more, and then pretty much holding in the lower 50s by tomorrow morning. Look at these rain chances that will be highest in the morning hours. And then at 10 o'clock, still some of that rain is going to be with us, but that will start to taper off, we're thinking, around lunchtime and after, as all of this starts to move on off to the east. Here is a look at our forecast track. I'm going to just walk you through this hour by hour. And there's that rain that's coming through right now. By 11 o'clock, we're going to see that better area of rain and that better coverage of rain moving in from northwest Georgia through Metro Atlanta, over on the west side, continuing to move over to the east, and that's what's going to be with us during the overnight hours. This is at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you see there that it's not that concentrated area of constant rain. It's going to be a little broken area of showers that we'll have over us tomorrow morning. Still, many areas will be picking up that rain, and there will be some of them that have moderate to heavy rain with it. And again, that potential, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder, maybe a couple of flashes of lightning out there. But as you're driving into work, you may be driving in and out of some of those showers. I do think the roads are going to be wet tomorrow morning as you're heading out. So that's what may be causing some of the issues with some of the delays that we're going to be watching for the early morning hours. So here's the coverage for early Thursday morning. And then I want you to watch as this all starts moving to the east. By lunchtime here in Atlanta, there might be just a couple of spotty lingering showers around. Most of that is going to be over to the east of us. Gainesville and Athens still seeing some pretty good showers. Also over toward the Toccoa area, and then over toward Augusta, still some good showers happening there around lunchtime. But notice north and west of the city, the rain will be tapering off maybe right at lunchtime or maybe even a little bit before that. And then through the rest of the afternoon, the model showing the clouds breaking up a little bit more. Now, this is what is tricky with these wedges that set up. The models don't always handle well when the wedge is going to break or scour out. These models showing maybe a little bit of sunshine coming through late into the afternoon hours, especially north and west of the city. The clouds will still be a little more stubborn, though, over on the east side at about 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's what we're going to watch really closely. We actually do have a front coming in. You'll notice these arrows. Remember, that wedge is when we have the arrows coming in from the north and east. There's going to be a front that comes in, and the wind is going to shift coming out of the north and west. That is what we think is going to scour out that wedge of cooler air. Now, I still think tomorrow we're only going to make it up to about 60 degrees. The one thing that may change that a little bit, again, is that front moving through, scouring out that northeast flow. And if we get enough sunshine breaking through late afternoon, now remember the sun sets at I think like 5:36 now, then we will see Maybe the temperature's warming up a little bit, but I just don't think we'll see much sun coming through. And if so, I don't think it's going to be enough sun to really warm us up that much. Then we have a much better weather outlook for the end of the week. This is Friday. You can see here at 6:30 in the morning, mainly clear skies, and then we'll see mostly sunny skies during the day here on Friday at lunchtime as well as into the afternoon hours. Plenty of sunshine around. Temperatures will be in the 60s on Friday. Then Saturday morning and on Sunday morning, I want you to be aware we're going to have a chilly start for both of those days with temperatures in the 40s. By afternoon on Saturday, we will see, this is at 6:30 in the morning. Once we get into around 4:30 in the afternoon, it's going to be mostly sunny. Things are going to be looking good for the Georgia game up at Athens, Tennessee. Again, that's a night game at 7:30. It is going to be cooling down during that game. Temperatures will start off most likely in the lower 60s, falling through the 50s. At the end of the game, we may even be in the 40s on Saturday night over in Athens. So it'll be a chilly game. You'll be wanting to add some layers. Tailgating is going to be comfortable, but then you'll want to add some layers as you go to the game. And Sunday looks good as well. The models have been pretty consistent, showing maybe up to an inch or really between a ½ inch and an inch of rain here in the Atlanta area. These latest models show 7/10 on the American models, 9/10 of an inch of rain here on the European model. The trend, though, that I want you to see is instead of looking specifically at those amounts, is that we do think we'll have more rain up in North Georgia, maybe an inch or more there on both of these models. ½ inch to an inch in the metro area, and then on the south side, not as much rain. That's the general trend that we are watching as this rain continues to move through. Something else we're watching out there, we now have potential tropical cyclone 19. This is PTC 19. This is in the Caribbean, and it's going to be moving over closer to Honduras and then into the Yucatan Peninsula. I'm going to move in a little bit tighter here because this is a really interesting track. This most likely is going to become a tropical storm, and the next name on the list is Sarah, so it'll be Tropical Storm Sarah. It's going to pretty much hang out just over the northern coast of Honduras here, really for the next few days, and then push over into the Yucatan right around here. That's not until Monday, still as a tropical storm. Now, some of the models are saying in the warm water there in the Caribbean, this could actually become a hurricane before it makes it over to the Yucatan. So these tracks are going to be updating every few hours here. We'll let you know when it updates again. There'll be another one coming in before 10 o'clock here. But then it gets tricky. Some of the models are showing this really dying out once it moves over land of the Yucatan. Other models are showing it extending out into the Gulf of Mexico. If that is the case, I want to show you before I give you the 7-day here, I want to show you the spaghetti models. Here we go. If that is the case, take a look at these spaghetti models and you can see here what we're talking about. It's going to show up here in just a second. There we go. These spaghetti models show it maybe holding together through the Yucatan, getting up into the Gulf of Mexico, potentially moving to the Florida Peninsula. Now, again, remember what happened to Rafael in the Gulf of Mexico. It encountered a lot of shear, which kind of knocked it down, but also the water in the Gulf is not as warm now as it was when we had the rapid intensification of those storms earlier in the summer. So we don't expect really big time rapid intensification, but this is something we have to watch. If it survives going through the Yucatan Peninsula and then into the Gulf of Mexico, it could move up toward the Florida Peninsula. And that would not be until the middle or end of next week where it could be causing a threat there. So we have a lot of time to continue watching this system as it moves on through. Now, let's show you that 7-day outlook where we have those rain chances tomorrow, really now, overnight, early on Thursday, tapering off after lunch. We're going with a 70% chance for rain. Clouds break up late. Then Friday, mostly sunny skies. On Saturday, mostly sunny skies. You see those morning lows in the 40s, both Saturday and Sunday. I do think Sunday will come up to about 70 degrees. Then we'll be in the lower 70s on Monday and Tuesday. A few more clouds build in on Tuesday. By Wednesday, we're going to go, I'll move over here so you can see that. Wednesday, we're going to go with a 30% chance for some showers moving back in with high temperatures cooling back down to around 64 degrees. And I'll give you a sneak peek beyond this 7-day outlook. We're seeing some signals of some much colder air moving in for the end of next week with lows in the 30s and then high temperatures are going to be much cooler than average going into next week, but we'll keep fine-tuning that for you as well. We're going to take you back now and let you watch radar, some of the radar loops coming up here on 11 Alive Plus, and we'll have more coverage for you tonight at 11 on 11 Alive News on 11 Alive.